Доброго времени суток, дорогие подписчики моего канала, случайные зрители, и мы продолжаем играть в Королевство Малора. Так, мы остановились на том, что нам нужно поговорить с эльфами двора песен. Но я видел здесь вопросительный, восклицательный знак, точнее. Я думаю, мы пойдем посмотрим, что это. Женщина о чем-то разглагольствует.
Cast down the brothers of St. Odwig's. Only when they fall to earth will they realize they are not above us. Do the half-truths of these wise men exhaust you as they do me? I have listened to their prayers for too long. There are other voices to be heard. Whatever you do, avoid the monks of St. Odwig's Perpetual. They deal in lies and false tenets. Their light of hope will leave you in shadow.
Сестра Зельда?
It is the name I chose when I baptized myself in the clear waters of Metharu. I have undergone the ordination rites and am as legitimate as any monk.
Слышали, что не тебя ранены эльфийки?
She was wronged by someone in this village. That is an injustice I can understand. By its appearance, you'd assume KOA.R is a pleasant place. Never make assumptions.
Что там за приход святого Оды?
You don't know. It is less a mission than a fortress of deception, a citadel of lies. It throws its menacing shadow over all of KOA.R. Father Dinwell will try to defend his cause, but he is simply a soldier, marching to the orders passed down to him. None of them have minds of their own.
Что за отец Динвилл?
He would be a good man if he could see past the rigidity of his faith. Metharu embraces all, not simply those that the church deems worthy.
Что об эльфах думаете, в общем?
If such creatures were not part of the authorities' plan, then they would not exist in nature, period. Metharu's divine order governs all, even the Fae.
Кто же у нас? Отец Динвилл.
Welcome to St. Odwig's Perpetual Mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps Metharu is at work.
Что думаете о сестре Зельды перед храмом?
Frustrating, that one, stubborn to the spirit. She claims to know the will of Metharu better than those of us who have spent a lifetime studying scripture. If only she would be touched by the hand of reason.
Скажите мне о себе, отец Динвилл.
I have been with the mission since its founding. These boys are like my sons. I live my life as an example of Metharu's wishes for our kind.
Скажите мне о вашем приходе.
The first bricks were laid 50 years ago by Odwig himself, before his demise at the hands of trolls. We honor him by converting the Fae to the worship of Metharu. Alas, we have yet to convert a single one. But that does not keep us from trying.
Что вы думаете об эльфах?
The Fae are stubborn fools. They treat their souls like toys, with no thought of right or wrong, chaos or order.
Тебе нужна помощь?
We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take Brother Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens.
Чем-то обеспокоен насчет него.
Odarath is a savage land. Every day we must face both the beasts of the wood and the evil of wicked hearts. I fear for Brother Egan's soul. He knows nothing of the world of Fae and Alpha. Trust and temptation. He is like a baby, eyes wide at the world around him.
Я помогу тебе.
Mitharu be praised, his order reigns supreme. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fey ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms.
Скажи мне о нем, о брате Игоре.
He is a good boy, but our youngest, and Egan often suffers from doubt. That is to be expected. One can only grow out of conflict, especially conflict of the spirit. I tried my best to comfort him and tell him that wisdom would come in time, but he is impatient, brash. He wanted a faster way to enlightenment and power.
И где мне искать его?
Egan was last seen in the woods outside the walls, just north of the village.
Понятно. Удачи.
Bless you, child.
Don't believe Father Dinwell when he tells you that
Have you
Mitharu
seen Brother
is
Egan
male.
around?
Mitharu
He was a
is
frequent
a god,
visitor to the
not
inn,
a
but I haven't
mortal.
seen him in
She
days.
is all of us, not some of us. Help me to expose the mission for what it truly is. A prison of ideas in which they hope to keep us locked away
Замогильное
forever.
письмо.
I tell you, your mind must not be caged.
Секундочку. Так, Авери. Я пришел в Горхот наблюдать за твоими родственниками. Рика так же прекрасна, как ты и описывал. Тем не менее, она лишь тень. Она скучает по тебе, мой друг, как все мы. Я буду присматривать за ней так, как ты уже не можешь. И я буду посещать тебя чаще. Будь проклятая эта война. Кто бы мог подумать, что я приду в приход и променяю тюрьму на монастырь. Если бы мы оба сбежали, увы. Таверны были слишком сильны, а Туаты слишком жестоки. Твой брат по оружию — каменщик. Каменщик. Об этом мог быть. Тут какая-то тайна насчет всего этого.
Enough of the oppression,
Это женщина
enough of the
и
lies,
тот отец,
enough of the spiritual
который не
hoarding
любит
and
эльфов.
claims of superiority. Mitharu does not judge, she loves. The bricks
Так, секунду.
of Saint Od.
Найдем сначала брата этого Игона. Из веры. Из Динвилл, из цветущего прихода святого Одвика беспокоится о младшем монахе.
Wigs were laid upon a foundation of exclusion and hate. How else do you explain their fear?
Что ж, пойдем
They
поищем.
know the walls will topple.
Чуть куртку не раздавил. Постройки тут красивые. Где-то здесь должна быть статуя. Как я понял. От которой у меня ключ. Куда ты? Все, успокойся.
Yes? What could a mortal vagabond need with Casmaran the Eternal, messenger of the Fey folk? Speak! My time may be of the ages, but it is still precious.
Я здесь, чтобы спасти тебя.
Wait, Father Dinwell sent you, didn't he? Old fool. His path to power was too plodding, and now he wishes to slow me down too. I have new friends, Fey friends. They are named Finna and Arbos, and they have sworn to share their secrets with me and to gift me with true magic. In exchange, they want an ancient treasure buried in the caverns of Waterhall Down. I'll retrieve it, eventually, as soon as I, feel like it.
Такие Фина и Арбас.
They are Fey twins, and they are beautiful, magical creatures. They've promised to teach me magic, to help me see the world as it really is. All they require of me is to fetch for them this relic. It's quite a bargain, believe me.
Ты погибнешь без меня.
Fine, if you want to be so noble, but don't expect any of the treasure. This is my key into a powerful new future, a future full of magic and wonders. Let's go.
Скажи-ка мне о садах Исы.
Legend tells of the great Fey city hidden beneath the canopies of Dalantarth. I've never met anyone who's been there, but I'm sure it's real. Yes, I'm quite sure. Not a doubt in my mind.
Косморан вечный? Что такое косморан вечный?
It sounds rather silly, doesn't it? I had a feeling it would. I need a mage name for when I become all-powerful, for when my magic is so great that no one will dare dispute me. What about Abner the Visionary, or Malik the Nefarious, Lord Zaltanus? No? Then those were the good ones.
Что за реликвия?
It is called the Selkie Veil, and it's said to possess the power to transform its wearer into any form he wishes. Finna says it belongs to the Fae, but was stolen.
Как я понял, она называется вуаль селки.
I don't know much about the relic, only that it was supposedly crafted by a Fey mage named Armen the Clever. Armen is a good name. Not as good as Casmaran, though.
Так, Аман. О нем мы уже слышали. Возможно, это между собой связано все. Ну а как насчет прихода Святого
Father
Водыка?
Dinwell and the others are fools, and their silly mission will wither and crumble. Finna and Arbos have glimpsed it with their ever-seeing eyes.
Ну а как же брат Игон?
I'm new to the
А,
Feylands.
ты брат Игон.
Until I joined the mission, I'd never even left my home village. That's why I volunteered. I wanted to see the world. I want to visit the gardens of Issa, to meet gnomes and Alfar, to live. The Order of Mitharu was a good way to leave home, but I want so much more.
Ну-ка еще раз расскажи мне,
They
Финьярус.
believe I have the potential to succeed where all others have failed, including them. You see, they can't obtain what they desire, so they need someone more powerful to do it. Then they will bestow upon me the wisdom of the Fae.
Так, как я понял, вернуть назад его не получится. Скажи-ка мне, Зай.
Mortal races have no lasting grasp on this world, and in time the fair ones shall be our masters, beautiful and mighty.
Ладно, идем, где сокровище?
It is in the caves of Waterhall Down, a refuge for the wild Fae.
Идем.
Goodbye now.
Секунду, ты со мной не пойдешь, да? Хм, ну а почему же ты не идешь? А, нужно с тобой бежать. Все, я въехал. Как он летун. А вот на этот Waterhold. Просто забежать, да? Угу.
If we're going to press on, then I'll ask you to stay close. I have no courage to speak of. Honest. Ask Father Dinwell.
Ну и что это за место?
Local legend says that the great Fey mage Armen the Clever retreated to these caverns to hide his treasures from mortal hands. Among them, the Selkie Veil.
Понятно. Пойдем.
Goodbye now.
Воу! Фига они там выдают. Грибочки. Скелетончики. Кровать. Что это? Это мины? Это мина, да? Об этом ты, слышь, не предупреждал. Что Что вообще за фигня? Погоди, ты что, не видишь кучу золота? Спрайт. А, вот он, это спрайт.
Soon I will be all powerful.
Так он все-таки нашел их. Ого. Такая плюха полетела, о. Так, что это? Угу. Ничего не помню, я взял все. А, ну да, даже не открывается.
Casmaran fears nothing.
Я тоже слышу. Не беги ты так быстро. Ты меня угнетаешь этим просто. Да, но.
Watch out for wild fae.
Ага. Твою мать! Натренировал. А, вот она. Эти круги, да? Я хоть и вернулся, я не понял. Уай! Ступенька, походу, больно так кувыркаться. Вальселки. Парень, я тебе помогу! А почему бы нам просто не вернуться назад? Блин, я там даже не все успел собрать. Ах. Походу, еще с прошлого раза моего осталось. Но эту круть спутники не заставляют себя ждать. Скорее всего, наоборот. Это такое
It's good to
раньше
be
не видел.
outside again. Arbos and Finna will be waiting. Come, their camp is not far.
Где твои друзья?
Finna and Arbos made their camp in the old Fey ruins north of the village, near my camp.
Идем.
Goodbye now.
What now? What is this? A little Egan has made a friend? I have a feeling this is going to be a problem.
Походу, ваши намерения не особо благие. Финна и Арбас, да?
Before the war, we plundered Rothir from within. We were so successful that the Warsworn had bounties on our heads. Not much, but enough to be proud of. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. With the arrival of so many wartime outlaws, we were forced to relocate here. It was for the best, if you ask me.
Зачем вам был нужен брат Игон?
A charming boy, but simple. My brother and I do prefer them witless and eager. He would have done so much more for us if not for you.
Воль селки у меня.
Legend states that the wearer of the veil will be granted strange abilities, fey abilities. So you can imagine why my brother and I might be curious.
Ты не эльф, да? Почему же?
Obviously, anyone who has ever glimpsed a fae would know that. Unlike little Egan here, your head holds more than fantasies. The Feylands are such fertile ground for games. The inhabitants are so oafish you can fill your pockets with hardly any effort. Are you going to give us what's rightfully ours, or do we need to start a new game? My brother and I are always ready to play.
А что, если я хочу оставить его себе?
Then you'll have to pay for it with your life. You see, we have much invested in this deception. Blood, gold, not to mention the hours wasted on Egan. We may be criminals, but we're an honourable pair. We worked hard for our prize, and now we mean to have it.
Не хочу вас расстраивать, но Воль, по-моему, проклята.
Cursed, is it? Huh. It does look like you are well acquainted with misfortune. Keep the veil, then. There are other treasures to be had in the Feylands. Make certain our paths do not cross again, or my brother will add his mark to your scars.
Ну, я думаю, до скорой встречи.
I didn't know. How could I? Before I came to KOA.R, I'd never known anyone outside my immediate family. Everything was so new, so magical. You must think me a fool. And Father Dinwell... Come, let's return to the mission. I must ask forgiveness of so many. Goodbye now. Come,
Идем,
on to
пойду
St.
с тобой.
Odwig's.
Потерялся. Ящики регенятся.
Cast down the brothers of St. Odwig's. Only when they fall to earth will they realize they are not
I
above
actually
us.
missed KOA.R.
Mitharu does not dwell but...
Must we return to the mission? I crave adventure, magic, power. Although all of those things are quite frightening.
Сиди-ка ты лучше дома, братиш.
Perhaps it is for the best. This new world is far more dangerous than I expected, and I haven't eaten in days.
Удачи тебе.
See you later.
Yes? Great Mitharu, Egan has returned. As for you, you have done as I asked, and we here at St. Odwig's are forever grateful. Consider this meager reward a donation to your cause. It is just one, to be sure.
Что будет с братом Иган?
It is only by the grace of Mitharu that Egan has been returned to us. Of course, you had a hand in that miracle as well. The authority works in many ways.
Что ж, удачи. Кризис веры. Ага, я понял. Шляп. Ага. Святилище Митару Одвига. Защита Митару. Еще сундучок. Да? Теперь ты мне что-то хочешь предложить?
Have you come to protest the mission as well? The news has spread to every village. It's on every tongue. We are so close. St. Odwig's cannot resist much longer. And once it relents, all others will follow in its wake. The tome will be ours.
Есть новости?
Father Dinwell is denying that women can be ordained as members of the Order of Mitharu, despite scripture to the contrary. I know that they've got the proof in their reliquary, an ancient ordination tome, but they've never let me close enough to get a glance. All are welcome into Mitharu's embrace. Ha! The hypocrites!
Ну что ж, если это тебе поможет, я добуду том для тебя.
Don't commit any crimes on my account. Of course, if Mitharu compels you to see justice done, then I won't stand in your way.
Где тот том?
The Brothers of St. Odwig's perpetual mission keep the valuable tome in their reliquary, but no one outside the Order is allowed a glimpse.
Удачи. Мне же теперь рады здесь. Что у меня не будет никаких преград на пути, как я думаю. Посмотрим, посмотрим. Ковчег. Квест висит над чем? Над книгой? Это закрытая книжная полка с коллекцией брата Тиля, последнего мастера священнописца цветущего прихода святого Одвига. Судя по названиям остальных книг, литературные интересы Тиля можно расценивать как непристойные и пошлые. Вы можете забрать все недостающие тома и вернуть их в коллекцию Тиля за вознаграждение. Что ж, принять. Что это вообще такое? Задачи. Брат Тиль на время дал почитать непристойные книги из своей личной библиотеки людям, которые так и не вернули их. За каждую книгу, которую я верну, мне полагается награда. Понятно, что. Нормально так. Побегаем, поищем.
Sadly, Egan is only one of my charges. There are many here who carry with them the baggage of time and experience.
Ничего нового, удачи. Так, то, что мне нужно здесь. Еще здесь есть что спиздить. Я думаю, не буду воровать прямо в храме. Только кроме этого. Ты уже сделал так, чтобы нигде не было. Зло воровство считается преступлением. Совершайте преступление против некоторых персонажей привлекает внимание стражи, которая будет пытаться остановить тебя. Показывает количество процентов, показанное под глазом, позволяет вам узнать ваши шансы быть пойманным на воровстве предмета. Будьте осторожны. Так, шанс быть пойманным 0. Возьмем. Да и золото возьмем. Давай, берись. Берись. Чего ты не берешься? Ну, персонаж не дает мне воровать. Посмотрим, что там еще за восклицательный знак. Здрасте.
Oh, I didn't see you come in. I was reading this letter and... Is there anything I never thought it would happen. They're coming. Even with everything else going on in this village, the Red Legion is coming for me.
Что Красный Легион хочет?
I was not always the pious man you see before you. No, I was a scoundrel, a raider in the dreaded Red Legion, a gang of the notorious bandit Red the Dead Edward. But plunder could not sustain me. I wanted something more. Several of us faked our deaths and deserted, always knowing that Red might track us down. And now, he has. It's all here in Red's letter. He demands we satisfy the blood rite. 2 lives for 1. He'll let me go, but only if I kill the men who deserted with me. But I cannot.
Есть другой путь.
I could hand myself over to Red, but he'd have me killed. The only other choice is to kill the men who left with me. I can't do that. I'm not the man I used to be.
Интересно, он предлагает убить мне этих людей? Я об этом позабочусь, что посмотрим, возможно, они первые на нас.
I do what I must. I only hope Ugnar and Itran will forgive me. Ugnar works in KOA.R village. Itran haunts the ruins near Haxi, still struggling with his demons. Be on your guard. I fear they will likely come for me as well. When it's finished, take their daggers and bring them to Red Edward. He will demand proof. Take mine to start. Good luck, my friend. May Mitharu bless you.
А, вот такой клинок я уже нашел на одном из тех бандитов, что я убивал перед этим в лесу. Возможно, это и был один из них. Красный Идвард.
I fought under Red for years, yet I know nothing of him. I do know this. He will do anything to get what he wants. The most dangerous kind of man is one without limits.
Понятно все с тобой. Так, и что за кровавый ритуал такой?
It is a sacrament of the Red Legion. When you commit a crime, you must pay a penance. Surrender your life, or the lives of 2 others.
Сори, думал, успею. Что за остальные дезертиры?
Ugnar could always be found by Red's side, Red's right hand. But beneath his brutal exterior, Ugnar was a good man, tortured by the ghosts of his dead wife and children. Itran, however, rivals only Red Edward in his bloodlust. They say he was once a Justicar, but was expelled for brutality. His devotion to his god Enadon is fanatical.
Как ты вообще в приход попал?
Filled the hunger I was hoping to sate with wine, women, anything and everything. The mission gives my life meaning.
Но ты по-прежнему остался засранцем. Брат Делф.
I'll admit it. My past is a tapestry of drunkenness and loose morals, women and wine. I'm not proud of it, but I couldn't have gotten where I am without making mistakes.
Теперь ты просишь меня сделать за тебя еще одну ошибку, да? Деревня Гор. Скажи мне о ней.
The people here are kind, yet suspicious. They believe the mission harbors secrets, and they're right.
Где мне искать остальных?
Ugnar works for the inn at KOA.R. Itran has taken to calling himself the Shade, and robs travelers in Haxi.
Понятно. С одним из них даже разговаривать не будем.
Mitharu is with you.
Так, посмотрим из прошлого. Что ж, побеседуем. Секунду. Так, давай вот так. Что ж. Держи свою книгу.
Great Mitharu, you found the ordination tome. I'd give a sack of gold to see the look on Father Dinwell's face. He will no longer be able to deny my entrance to the Order. Matharu does embrace all. Thank you. I won't need any gold as a servant of Matharu. Take what I have. It's yours. I will remember you in my prayers.
Что ж, рад за тебя. Удачи тебе в твоих начинаниях.
Stay indoors after sundown.
Напугал, бля. Еще одна записка. Эй, я переживаю за Рикку. Мы из Ордена не должны часто посещать деревню. Отец говорит, что это развлечение, болото темной морали. Но я не могу стоять вдалеке, я сильно беспокоюсь. Она пришла, чтобы закрыть свой магазин раньше времени, и удалилась наверх в темноту своей спальни. Я вижу отблески вашей сильной любви, но они угасают. Она одинока, без ваших... Что? Она одинока, без ваших или ее детей. Она так деликатна, так прекрасна сердцем. Я стараюсь утешить ее, но от этого только сам расстраиваюсь. Я буду продолжать наблюдать за ней, ваше отсутствие, дорогой друг. Даю вам слово. Ваш брат по оружию Мейсон. Ну, не стоит брать эти могильные записки. Что-то я заблудился. А, вот же он. Это тот тип, которого я боялся разбудить, когда громил ящик.
Make it quick. I've got work to do. Can't pay my debts with firewood, not in KOA.R.
Ты же спал просто. Скажи мне об алтаре.
KOA.R is an Elmain settlement, so you won't find too many Alpha here. They tend to stay close to Rathea, their city on the coast. I don't mind them.
Что думаешь о Красном Легионе?
What do you know of the Red Legion? Whatever it is, forget it. You'll be safer, wiser, and better off in the end. Ignorance is bliss, my friend.
Что думаешь о Кристальной войне?
If there was ever a reason to believe that Fae and mortals cannot live together, it is this strange and brutal war. The Alpha fight without any true knowledge of the enemy they face. I've seen this kind of conflict before and it never ends well.
Расскажи-ка мне об этой деревне.
Suits my needs just fine. It's remote, away from the shadows of the Crystal Wall. It's also quiet. Well, most of the time.
Скажи о себе.
I'd rather not talk about it. My past is a murky place. It's better not to enter unless you wish to get lost there.
Что об эльфах думаешь?
The peace between mortals and the Fae is a passing one. They will always see us as occupiers of this land. We borrow what can never be given. Those fools in that mission on the hill are wasting their days. Creatures of such power do not worship gods. They are gods.
У нас тут проблема кое-какая есть. Делф позвал меня.
I knew it was only a matter of time, and I'm not surprised. Delph will do anything to save his own hide, but hiring a sword to do his bloody work is disgraceful. If you want to collect my dagger, you'll have to fight me for it. Steel for steel. I used to be quite a scrapper. Didn't Delph tell you that?
Почему ты не хочешь отдать мне просто его?
Edward knows where I am. When he shows up, the only thing to keep me from death is still having this knife.
Ну, давай-ка ты лучше просто отдашь мне его все.
You're right. I've spent years trying to bury my past, hoping to wash away my sins with an honest day's work. If I took the blood right, Red would owe me once more. Take my dagger, tell him I'm dead. For the Agnar Odgrey you once knew is truly gone.
Так, я думаю, нам удастся пройти этот путь без крови лишней. Что думаешь о приходе с того воды?
Their goal is to convince the Fae of their folly, but one cannot reason with the sunrise, ask the wind to cease its chill. You should speak with them if you haven't already. They are a sorry lot, and their numbers dwindle. Men forsake their faith and disappear into the woods, or worse.
Все ясно. Ну что ж, удачи тебе в твоей новой жизни.
What's up, my friend?
Так, секунду. Прошу прощения, 15 секунд. Так. Я думаю, первым делом мы пойдем и в дом песен. И узнаем, что у них там за проблемы. Дорога, думаю, будет длинной. Это типа ночь? Ух ты! Хорошо, что Кленчи восстанавливает мне жизнь при ударах по врагам. Так, там я был. Всякие черти непонятные летают. Кинжалы онемения. Еще один камень.
In the country of Niralim's embrace, the summer manifests as an immortal fae. You know her, him, it, as the resplendent warrior, or the ardent conqueror. You mortals named him King Issa. In the youth of your people's memory, you bore witness to Issa's exploits. He is your legend of might and eminence. Come, listen to a tale of Issa and On, the Godstorm, the Withering War.
Да, потом на паузе, я думаю, почитаю это. То, что я не успел вообще даже рассмотреть. Говорили мне в школе, учи английский язык. Кто это?
Ugh, finally. Someone that looks like they could stand up to a moderate breeze. There's need for an adventurer such as yourself. Me and a crew are mounting an expedition to a new land, south of here.
Кто вы, Севери Бронт?
Made a living pillaging the ruins of old places like Talarain. Robbing the dead tastes better than stealing from the living. I'm a good enough thief. Never once been caught. Still have all my fingers, or didn't you notice?
Еще можно чем-то спросить?
Well, I know there aren't much women way out here, but let's stop all the attention, shall we? It's a touch embarrassing.
Что за клыки на рост?
The name's enough to put most explorers off. Bugger them, I say. Just less competition. Besides, what's in a name? I spent 2 years trying to make a fortune in a land called the Painted Orsks. Never did find out what an Orsk was.
Что за экспедиция?
Halleck's brainchild, if you can believe it. I don't share his optimism about the loot we'll find, but if we get only a fraction of it...
Угу. И куда направляется ваша экспедиция?
Ah, clever and strong, I see. It's as I said. We're going to the teeth of Naros, the land south of Dalentarth. If you want more information, seek Hellick Cross. He's leading us. We're camped beyond Ettenmere.
Понятно. Ну, удачи.
Enough of that.
Two
Что
legs,
с тобой?
please help me. Other two legs are cruel. They will not help. No, I am cursed.
С тобой что-то не так. С тобой что-то точно не так. Что за проклятие?
You believe me? Many think I am just another two legs. They are wrong. I am a wolf, cursed to wear this shape by evil sprites as some cruel game. I still have wolf thoughts in my head, but two-leg bodies are so clumsy they can't even catch dumb meat birds. I must be changed back. The sprites are near. Even now I smell them, but I cannot fight in this form. Will you help, Two Legs?
Я помогу тебе.
Thank you, Two Legs. But the task will not be easy. I need water from a magic well, guarded by the sprites that cursed me. Be warned, the sprites have much magic, for the well they guard is older than this wood. And from that they draw their power.
Давай, пока ты говоришь, расскажи-ка мне о спрайтах.
Their pack is small, but they are each powerful. They came to this forest not long ago, drawn by the magic of the well. Were I a wolf, they could not best me. But as Two Legs, I am clumsy and weak. Be careful.
А что за колодец?
This is a black pool. Old when the mighty trees were saplings. It used to wander throughout this corner of the wood until the sprites ensnared it.
Что знаешь о псах войны?
Hunters like me, Two Legs. Their blades are their teeth, and they fight for their kin until the last breath.
Скажи поподробнее о своем проклятии.
I was cursed by 3 sprites who were bored. Had I fang and claws, I would shred them like meat birds. My brothers and sisters think me but another Two Legs now, and will not suffer my approach. I am without a pack. But it is worse than that. Your two-leg life is unbearable, like these strange things called pants. How do you tolerate them?
Что ты знаешь про дом песни?
You must mean the fair folk, yes? They are north of here, deep under the shade of Yolvan. Their smell... It is unusual, green.
Йолван. Что за Йолван?
It is good for the hunt, this wood of smell and shadow. As a Two Legs, I cannot stalk, cannot prey. The bloodlust. It is agony.
Энни.
A pack of Two Legs gave me this name, but they
тебя
would
так зовут?
not give me help. They hit me and drove me away, just for eating their tasty meat birds.
But what did I do wrong?
Где эти спрайты?
The sprites guard the well, which is near the river to the north. Beware them. They have much magic.
Ладно, жди, скоро вернусь.
Return swiftly. Have you found the well, Two Legs?
Все, все, я понял. Промазал просто кнопку. Такс. Красный зуб и коготь. Как далеко это? Совсем недалеко. Для какого-то побольше. Да я тоже так могу, на. Хитрец ловкач. Колодец что, просто исчез?
Any word? Two Legs, do you come to me empty-handed? What is the meaning of this?
Такой чел там. Колодец исчез.
The well holds powerful magic, as old as these trees. Our elders told us its true name. Your two-leg kind might call it the well that wanders. Throughout the forest, it would vanish and reappear, like a wolf on hunt. But what prey it seeks. Before I was cursed, I remember strongly atop the water was the scent of leechwood. Perhaps the well seeks that.
Все, я понял.
Return swiftly.
Порву тебя на ленточку. Я это слышал уже у камня. Такс, посмотрим. Что за черт? А я же нашел такой ключ весны, нет? Осень и зима. Главное запомнить, где кто-то стоит. Конечно. Так, что ж, пойдем найдем колодец. Ну, не скули ты так, уже скоро. Тяжелый какой замок. Что за фигня? Надо прикупить отмычек, наверное. Пенрикел. Что-то потеряли?
Finally! For a while I thought only the Warsworn used the Yolven Road. Henry Kell's my name. Traveller by vocation. I have no trade, but I do have a job for one like yourself. Interested?
Что у тебя на уме?
Most travellers have qualms about dealing with the fair folk. Harder to read than a human, and fewer many pockets to pick. These ballads, Fae, they are not only rich in lore. I've heard snippets of a ballad, and a beautiful ruby ring. And I need someone to help me get it.
Какая мне от этого выгода?
Never met a traveller before, have you? We may look humble, but our purses are always full. You can find a lot of coin if you know where to look, and when.
Что ж, попробуем.
The ballad is called Ring and Reprisal. I know little about it, but if we reenact the ballad step by step, the ring should come to us. In the story, a maiden asks a champion to reclaim a ring stolen by a troll. It's a few years too late, but I'll play the role of the maiden. You be the champion. First, you must prove your prowess by hunting wild antelope and bring back something to lure the troll.
Земном охотничий трофей.
Who knows? You'd have better luck getting an answer from one of these damn Fae. But it's what the ballad calls for. You can find antelope nearby. Bring them down and get proof of your kills. We'll need them later on.
Понятно. Что думаешь о кристальной войне?
None are safe from its wilting touch. Not even the travelers. Like everyone in Armor Law, our fate is in the cards.
Что ты знаешь о Туата?
I usually stay with the war in the east. Thankfully so. But I've killed a few here in the Dark Wood. Wish I knew what brought them.
Расскажи-ка мне за паучий лес.
I've travelled Webwood many times, but that was before the recent unpleasantness. Spiders have overtaken the forest. It is best avoided.
Что знаешь о Сахвайне?
Anyone who labours to defy nature is a fool. The Warsworn built that keep to stand for all time. But it will fall, like all the others. They should heed the lesson of Castle Yolven. If magic wishes to reclaim what's rightfully hers, she will do it.
Скажи-ка мне о себе, Пенрикел.
I'm a firstborn traveller's child, raised to live the way my people have for centuries, by wit and wiles.
Поподробнее, пожалуйста, о балладе кольца.
It is the story of a maiden who lost her ring to a greedy troll. A young knight, wishing to be her champion, offered to reclaim it. The champion killed antelope and used the carcass as bait. When the troll came to feed, the knight killed the troll and returned the ring to the maiden. The ballads of these Fae repeat naturally, but if we reprise it now, we can force the troll and the ring to appear again. It's the way these Fae work.
Поподробнее о бродягах, пожалуйста.
New to the Faelands, yes? We travelers are folks without land, law, or king. We go where we want and do what we please. That aside, it's pretty much common knowledge that we're some of the greatest thieves in the land. Kiss a traveler and count your teeth, so the saying goes.
Что знаешь о деревне Горхард?
Lambs, all of them, yes. The people in KOA.R wish to hide from the war beneath the trees. But you and I both know the truth. There's no running from the Tuatha.
Что ты знаешь про дом песни?
At first listen, the Fae speak in riddles, but bend an ear. They revere stories. It is how they give their lives meaning. If you can call what they do life, the House of Ballads is a place where the Fae revel in their past glories. It is north of here, if you're curious.
Что знаешь за замок Йолван?
An ancient castle inhabited by spiders. They say a witch is involved in its overthrow. I do not know of such things.
Понятно. А за Йолван?
It is the crossroads of the southern and eastern routes. It is also a haven for those wishing to escape the horrors of Webwood. To the west lies KOA.R village. To the north is the House of Ballads.
Понятно. Ну что ж, пойду поохочусь на антилоп. Скоро вернусь.
May your kills be clean.
Думаю, закончим на этом на сегодня. А завтра уже продолжим. Что ж, ставим лайки, подписываемся. До скорых встреч и удачи всем.